Hey everyone, we are trying something a little bit different today. I am participating in the Stimhack League and we've got a Stimhack League game. So you're going to see a mix of kind of competitive action here as well. Playing the deck list of the week. It is Nearth Hobbit won a competition, or tournament rather, recently. Up against bblum, playing as Hayley. And I have given them the heads up that we're recording, so it should be interesting. Our opening hand is, it's okay in the fact that it has a Estelle and it has 15 minutes. I think we could do better because it's agendas that we'd be installing, which isn't great. So I think we throw it away, see what we get. This also isn't great. So we get Estelle, but nothing to work with it. We could put down Franchise City, but I think we're going to do a disappointing IP block on R&D. This on HQ and take a credit, and hopefully next turn we can get ourselves going. Just start spamming out assets and try and go quick. We'll see if Hayley is on Astrolabe, which would be tricky. Okay, so let's install Estelle. Not great. Let's res her. Let's install this in a new remote. And I think we need to put something on Estelle. We'd like to keep her around for a little while. So the idea of this deck is you can get to 4 points, hopefully pretty quickly, and from there then spam out more assets, even throw out an agenda, and hopefully you have 3 Franchise City on the board and you can just win. So we'll see how that works out. Now, if they get their paperclip out or their Inti, it's probably Inti, they can have some fun with it, what we are currently packing. SMC comes down nice and early, plus some money, so let's make them spend a little bit. We'll pop Estelle for the disappointing 1 card, 2 credits. But, you know, has to be done. And we find turtlebacks, so that would have been good to have a little bit earlier, but what can you do? So if they come for HQ, that's not great for us. Franchise City, so they're going to know exactly what's up. And let's see if they want to pay 2 to trash it. Yeah, makes sense. So Toll Booth is going to be useful as a scoring server. Yeah. So actually we found some good stuff here. I think we put DVS in behind. So let's do when you create a server. So we're going to have to put this in behind. Or I think we just credit up here. Next turn hopefully we'll have a 3rd asset and then we can go for it. So install turtlebacks, install DVS in a new remote, and then install a new remote. And they're not going to be running, but they do have plenty of money, which means they can deal with our asset spam. And there's the Astrolabe. Okay, so this is kind of what we wanted. Get this down, res it, get this in a new remote, and team sponsorship in a new remote seems good as well. But they have plenty of money, and now they're getting plenty of card draw as well. It's kind of the worst case scenario for playing against Shaper. So if we can keep them distracted a while though and kind of running and checking things and trashing what we have, then we can go for a toll booth, possibly a score. And we'll see what they're going to leave us. They're going to leave us as team sponsorship for the moment. Daily Business Show I imagine will be trashed. And probably turtlebacks as well. Okay, that's interesting. Getting money, come for server 1, and they will indeed take out turtlebacks. That's not ideal. Actually, we should have resed, and we didn't. But anyway, so let's put this in a new remote. That's still not good. Let's put this in a new remote. Yeah. And get a credit or put something in. I think we take a credit for the moment. Having all the code gates now is a bit of a problem. We're kind of drawing in batches. A couple of barriers early on, now code gates. And unfortunately it just gives them the opportunity to find the perfect answer. So IP block into toll booth wouldn't be too bad. code gate into code gate is not good when you're dealing with Gordian blade. And now they're going to go even faster. Now they haven't checked this one, so maybe they'll stop checking after a while and we can just keep spamming and maybe even sneak an agenda out. They've no fan sites either, so that's pretty good for us. And again, I forgot the daily business show. God damn it. But now we're playing Stimhack League, you know, proper competitive action. Can't really do anything about that. Let's try and put this as a new remote and see. Maybe they'll just think we're spamming assets, and indeed. And turtles into server 1 again. Make them pay the extra credit. So next turn, daily business show. And we'll see. So Hayley does want to go for the setup and wants to have a couple of fan sites down, and then you have all the answers to everything and instant tutoring, instant access to things with Artist Colony. So we could be in for a rough ride. Now 8 cards in hand, they might just go for their installs here. And we'll see. So they see turtlebacks, they're going to leave it. They're going to check archives. Presumably this is just to get the tapeworm down. And just a tapeworm. So we can... Daily business show. Okay, let's Res team sponsorship, get back a turtlebacks. I think that seems good. Let's get a turtlebacks in a new remote. And these are pretty bad draws now. I think Enigma and Explodapalooza. Let's hope we can find something better. I'm just going to leave my mouse there. Hopefully we'll remember daily business show the next time. This is not as ideal as we would have liked. Come for HQ. Make them pay 1. Not exciting, but it is free for us. Sure enough, they hit the corporate sales team. So we'd have to purge 3 times as it currently stands, which isn't that appealing. I think unfortunately they're going to have infinite money and we just have to hope to sneak some stuff out. Now they're going to be a bit more vigilant about checking. After us getting a little sneaky before. Now the question is this deck one that plays dedicated processor? Because if it doesn't, IP block might be okay. Or they can just let us trace, which is pretty good for them. All in. Yeah, well, agendas do pile up in near Earth Hub's HQ. Ping 3 here is actually okay because we can bounce this. So we'll make them pay 6 into it, or we'll bounce this, both of which are pretty good. Now do they hit the other corporate sales team? They do. Oh dear, okay. So 4 points down, not where we want to be. Let's try and keep HQ somewhat clear now. I think the Beal is the Beal okay here? Toll booth plus IP block, but it's going to be one or the other. So we'll pitch the Beal, no. pitch the IP block. Let's res. Actually, we might just put this into a new remote. Another toll booth's not great for us. Let's put this into server 6. And let's take money. Yeah, infinite money. Taproom sometimes gets really, really good. I haven't had much luck with it sometimes, but then there are games like this where they're making money. So Gordian's going to cost them 4, and then yeah, they can get in fairly handily. It'll be expensive, but worth it. If we can get a team sponsorship, interdiction, so maybe going for it. So interdiction into just a run. Maybe they thought we were being sneaky with a batty or something like that. We obviously can't res. Might be good to get Franchise City back here, actually. We're playing our turtlebacks kind of incorrectly, or very incorrectly, considering they're all unresed. Money has not been our forte. And getting it like this is a bit iffy as well. We'll let them here for the 1 axis. Next turn they can go for an indexing though, and that could be considerably worse for us. Trash and Estelle. We'll send back Enigma. And let's just install a new remote, I think. Take money. And take money. Not exciting, but hopefully the fact that we've left this alone means they won't go for it. And if we just stay on 6 credits forever, taproom becomes kind of useless. Peace in our time. Well, that's one way to not allow us to do that. So if we're as turtlebacks, we are going to be down in money. But at the same time, it's pretty worth doing. I don't think we need 2 Archangels. Probably don't need both toll booths either, but it's the world we live in. We'll res this one, I think. Advance, advance, advance. Let's res this. Score. Let's install. Let's go Franchise City in a new remote. There's some money. So we're going to zoom out a little bit. Probably weren't zoomed in enough to start with, but yeah. So we're at 4 points, 2 Franchise Cities on the board, with enough money to res them both. So if they run archives, for example, we'll be able to pop it to get to 6 points, and then it's about keeping Clot off the table. Clot with 2 Sac-Ons, possibly another reason to purge. Or if we can find a 15 minutes soon, we'll be in decent shape. It would actually be funny if they were on archives, because we'll be able to res 2 of these and make money back off their score. It does mean, however, both of us are looking for that last 1 pointer. Breath comes down, but we're not exactly rolling in money. Oh. don't think we want to push for this, which puts them on game point. Instead, we will res this and this. Makes us a little poor, which is good when you're looking at tapeworm and all that. There's Jeeves. Just put that in a new remote. Zoom out again. And put Daily Business Show in a new remote. That is well too zoomed out. So we're going to zoom in this far. It's not ideal. So we've got 2 franchise cities, advanced assembly lines, Jeeves, and Daily Business Show. 12 credits, so they're going to get a card, and even more cards. They got a Gordian Blade at some point down, and now they're going to trash our franchise cities. Which seems wise, because it makes it difficult to get off the last couple of points when you don't have them. Going for Jeeves, which will cost them 5. So even with tapeworm, they're not going to be in a great place. They leave it. Interesting. Going for the other Daily Business Show, which I presume they'll leave. So Cobra's not great with 2 Sacons down. Toll Booth into Toll Booth is not that exciting. So I'm not entirely sure what to go for. Shadow Net will allow them to bounce back in money, but it will take them off 4 points. At this stage you really want to see your fan sites, and I think they've been unlucky. Strange that they're throwing away an indexing. And I think we go Moon to the bottom. Let's get this scored, I think, while they can't prevent us from fast advancing. We're going for server 6. Let's advance. I don't think there's anything they can do here. But you gotta watch out with Shaper, they are wily. So let's score that. And we can actually put the Exploded Palooza in here, because if they do run it, we'll pop one of these. Or do we go for the franchise, because it brings us onto... That would get us to 7 points. That might be worth doing. Because if they do run archives at any point, we are set. Corporate sales seems the more aggressive push. Maybe that was the way to go. I'm not sure. So now if we can find a 2-pointer. Here comes the indexing. Okay, so IP block is going to be a little expensive. And by a little I mean quite expensive if they go for the break. They are going to go for the trace. So we'll let's put 2 into it. See if they want to pay 5. If they do... No. If you like. So they're obviously going to prevent the tag and go through anyway. It might make them think twice about allowing the tag to fire again. Oh, wait. Taking tag or beating trace. Taking. Okay. So that will end the run. Will be nice. Want to undo. Yeah, IP block's a weird one in that you're never quite sure. Because usually it's a case of if you don't have the AI, you're like, well, I get through these easily, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now they may go for the break on the next one. We have one franchise city. We have two franchise cities, right? So if they do go again... See, this is the mind games now. If they go again, we could spend 6 credits on nothing, allowing them to run and trash with relative ease. Now, it's not cheap, 4 credits, but might be worth it. However, they're probably not going to go again just for nothingness, I'd imagine. I could be wrong. We shall see. Now, if they mad dash, then we lose. And unfortunately, we've nothing hiding out here that can prevent that. We could advance assembly lines and throw something on top, which might not be a terrible idea. Because if they mad dash, they win. So let's install... Let's put toll booth up on R&D. Let's go heavy duty. At this stage, they more than likely have seen mad dash. We were pretty sure they had another indexing turn in hand, but we kind of had full turns. So now, they'll lose 3. I think we can stop them here. 8 into this. They can't get through here. They might shadow net, but it's not a great position. They could Stimhack. Okay. So if we res this, they're just doing a normal run. So it'd be 3, 6, 7, and then they get stuffed. If we leave them, they have to break here. If they go through and they steal a 1-pointer, we can score the 2 franchise. So I think we do that. I think we leave them through. We'll spend on the franchise cities. So we'll trace 3. We will bump it to make them pay 2. We need to make it costly for them to have run this. If we pay 3, we can still res 2 of these. So that'll be 6. Let's go 5, I think. Because if they've been bluffing us, we need to have money. Let's see if Franchise City works. This would be amazing. Franchise City! It worked! So, team sponsorship, Franchise City, did a lot of work for us. So that is game 1. We will switch over. I will hopefully record the second side. But yeah, interesting start. So that's at the Stimhack League. I would definitely recommend getting involved. And yeah, it's good fun. Definitely good caliber of competition and all, so I'm enjoying it. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for another game from the Stimhack League.